This might be the easiest Vietnamese dish you'll ever make. You basically just throw together some ingredients and leave it alone for an hour.
So good.
Somehow it turns into this. This is Thịt Kho Tộ.
It's rich, savory, sweet. It's honestly one of the most comforting dishes in Vietnamese home cooking. Fair warning though, if this dish is in front of you, you're gonna eat an obscene amount of rice. So no keto diets here. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is a southern style braised pork belly that's slow cooked in a beautiful sticky caramel sauce made of fish sauce and sugar. It's called Thịt Kho Tộ. Thịt Kho means braised pork and Tộ means clay pot. This dish is traditionally made in a clay pot because clay heats up really evenly and allows the pork to cook slowly and gently for a long period of time without burning. If you don't have a clay pot, don't sweat it. I'm gonna be using a ceramic pot, but you can even use a saucepan and it'll work just fine. So if you look in front of me, there's not much to the ingredients, guys. This is a super easy dish to make. We're just gonna need some good old pork belly, a little bit of aromatics like shallots and garlic, and some coconut water. We're gonna need some pantry staples like fish sauce, sugar, and chicken bouillon as well. So the first thing we're gonna do is prep and marinate our pork. I bought these strips of pork belly at the supermarket, which I thought was really convenient because it's a little bit less cutting I have to do. But if you can't find it like this, you can also buy those long strips and cut it down yourself. And we're looking for pieces around 1 inch thick. It's kind of like the size of your pinky finger, but I guess that's relative based on whose pinky you're talking about. We're looking for sizes around my pinky finger, okay? Pork belly is what is traditionally used for this, but you can also use pork shoulder if you're looking to avoid fat. But I personally think pork belly is so good for this dish because when the pork fat and the pork rind cooks for that long, it's gonna turn into this beautiful, chewy, gelatinized texture that's really, really good. And it's gonna contrast really well with the more lean portion of this piece of meat. Okay, so next, let's marinate our pork. Let's use a little bit of chicken bouillon, some fish sauce, and some black pepper. Okay, and mix well. Okay, so now we're gonna leave that aside for at least 30 minutes. If you can do this overnight, that's even better.
Finally, mince your garlic and slice up some shallots. This is the base that's gonna kick off our braise. Keep the shallots a little chunky though, because later on, biting into one of those soft, caramelized pieces is so good. Heat up a bit of neutral oil in your clay or ceramic pot over medium-low heat. Then, add about 1/4 cup of sugar. What we're doing here is making Nước Màu, which is that signature, beautiful caramel that gives Thịt Kho its gorgeous amber color and depth of flavor. Nail this part, and you're pretty much halfway to being Vietnamese. I'm serious. Keep a close eye on the heat here, and just add a small splash of water if you notice some parts browning faster than others. This is probably the trickiest and most important step in this whole recipe. You need to watch this thing like a hawk, okay? Because it goes from 0 to scorch real quick. Do not wander off here unless you want to come back to a burnt mess. So this is it, guys. Add in your garlic and shallots and let them gently brown. This is where that aroma really starts to build. The sweetness from the shallots, the depth from the garlic. It's also going to help bring the temperature down slightly, which is going to give you more control so the caramel doesn't burn. In goes the pork belly. Give it a good toss so every piece is coated in that caramel. This is where the flavor really starts to cling to the meat. Now, let's add the coconut water next. It's gonna loosen everything up and start to build that sauce. I know, it's looking a little pale and questionable at this stage, but don't worry, we're gonna make magic. As this thing simmers, it's gonna deepen in color, thicken up, and turn into something really beautiful. Just watch.
So that's pretty much it to this dish, guys. So just let it cook covered on the stove for around 30 minutes. Then we'll take the lid off so that the caramel sauce can reduce a little bit more, making it sticky, glossy, and delicious. And during this time, do not forget to cook your rice. I've made that mistake way too many times. And let me tell you, it is painful to have this beautiful pot of meat ready to go, and you have to wait an additional 30 minutes for the rice to cook. So go do it now. So I was really excited to show you guys this dish because recipes like this are really common in Vietnamese home cooking, which is something that we call cơm gia đình. A Vietnamese home-style meal is usually made up of 3 different dishes. The first is a món mặn, which is typically a savory protein dish. So this braised pork belly that we're making today is considered a món mặn. Then there's usually a món xào, which is a stir-fried vegetable dish. And of course, in true Vietnamese fashion, to tie it all together is a soup, which is something that we call canh. Sometimes the soup features another protein or a seafood, but it's typically very light and helps tie the whole meal together. Today I'm going to serve this with canh chua cá, which is my ultimate favorite soup. It has fish, fresh vegetables, and a lot of beautiful herbs, which is really going to help cut through the richness of this meat dish. If you want to learn how to make that, be sure to check out my video, which I'm going to link right here. Thịt Kho Tộ and canh chua cá is literally the ultimate duo. It's like Batman and Robin, Mario and Luigi, Ash and Pikachu. Listen, I have 2 kids, okay? I don't get to watch anything else on TV. The homestyle meals cơm gia đình is my favorite category of Vietnamese food. Some of these dishes you'll never ever find on the restaurant menu, but they're so good and they're so easy to make. I'm curious, would you guys want to see more of these homestyle dishes on my channel? Drop me a comment and let me know which homestyle dish you grew up eating the most or which one you want to try the most, and I'll try my best to make it soon.
Okay, let's go check on our meat. About 30 minutes in, and this is where we're at. You can see that the colors turn a beautiful amber, but it still has a bit more to go. We're looking for something deeper, darker, and glossy. So keep the lid off and let it reduce for another 15 to 20 minutes until it transforms into something like this. Oh my goodness, this is literally my entire identity in a meal. Did you know that Thit Kho actually started as poor man's food? Braising meat in a savory, flavorful sauce was a way to stretch a meal. So even after the meat was long gone, you still have that rich, salty sweet sauce for rice or boiled vegetables. And honestly, that kind of resourcefulness was so important in Vietnamese households. It's how families like mine made something comforting and delicious, even during times when we didn't have much.
If you've ever wondered what it's like to be Vietnamese, this is it. I have my canh chua cá and my Thịt Kho Tộ. Could anything be better? Let's give it a try. It's been cooking for so long that the fat's just nice and soft, and it's taken on so much flavor too. I love it. So good. The soup has so much texture and so much flavor, and it really helps cut through the richness of the meat. This is the perfect home-cooked Vietnamese meal. Well, that's another dinner. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you next week. And don't forget to subscribe.